And welcome to another episode of Shine Insiders Live. I have a very special guest here with me today, Andromeda Godfrey. She is an incredible actor, producer, someone who is so inspiring with her story of what she chose to do in the recent years in her career path. And we're going to dig into all of that so you can hear it from her. And Andromeda, welcome. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, the real reason I asked you to come out today is because I was so impressed and amazed with the shifts you've had in just a matter of a short time. It's maybe just been a handful of months where you were, when I first met you, very interested in getting more visible in the world. And as everyone who is here watching knows, like that's what we do in this community. Our Shine Insiders community is all about helping heart-centered, purpose-driven entrepreneurs get more visible in the world, get good PR. And you were wanting that, but you had some things that maybe were stopping you a little bit. Could you share a little bit about one, what you were, why you were wanting more visibility, and two, like what was it that was feeling a little sticky for you?
Okay, yeah, I felt as though I had something to say, but I didn't know exactly what it was. And I actually thought I kind of see myself as kind of like this mercurial person. I don't have very many fixed opinions. I'm not a very opinionated person. I kept on thinking that I have to stand for something to have something in order to have something to say. And it's just not the kind of person that I am, but I am very dedicated and feel very strongly about pro-aging and that aging, there's nothing to be afraid of with aging, and it's never too late to pivot and pursue your dreams. So I knew that I wanted to say this, but I just didn't know how to say it. And I know that there was stuff getting in the way of me saying it. So that's where I was before. And I was kind of lurking around your process.
Yeah, and let's back up a little bit too, because I love this idea of this having this message, but also not being really sure how to get it out there. So I love this. You said pro-aging, right? Which is, to me, I haven't heard that a lot of people say that. You hear a lot about anti-aging and all these other things, but let's back up a little bit more into your story about what you did to shift into this new place later in life, where a lot of people maybe told you, don't do it, right? Like, let's hear a little bit more about that, your own process.
Well, I always knew I wanted to be an actor. Since I was about 6 years old, I saw my stepmother on TV in a TV show, went, oh my gosh, that's what I've got to do. And then about 14 years old, something happened, which I wasn't aware of until I started Shine Online Mastermind. I wasn't aware that how much it was actually affecting how I was moving forward with my dream of being an actor. It was actually had put a complete stop to it. Because when I was 13, I lived in Hawaii, but I wrote to RADA, which is the big acting school here in the UK, and said, hi, can I come to your school? And I was really prepared to move over there. And they sent me a lovely letter back in the days when you wrote letters. They sent me a lovely letter back saying, oh, we're sorry, but you can't apply until you're 18. So at 13, I was raging and ready to go. And then at 14, something happened that just kind of put me in a tailspin, and I actually went to university and became did a degree in photography, which was behind the camera. So it's like I just pulled myself out of that dream and did something completely different. And then I had kids quite young, and I bounced around between different kinds of jobs, different weird jobs. And then when I was 38, I said, okay, this is it. I've got some savings and I'm going to dedicate to being an actor. And then I got pregnant again.
Oh my God, I was just like, to throw it right.
I was like, what is going on here? So that was another few years of being a full-time parent. And then at like 41, 42, I was like, I've got to do this. This has to happen. So that's when I started acting. I got my first agent, and me and my business partner started making movies. So yeah, so it was all started happening in the last 14 years or so.
Amazing. And so your message that when I met you, that attracted me was, wow, you've got something really powerful, not just to say, but it's your own story that illustrates your message, right? That it's never too late to pursue your dreams, that you can
Yes.
fit later in life. And so some of the cool things that you've done are you've appeared on The Crown, you've been cast in Bridgerton, like you've been on some really big shows. And that's just, that alone is just so fascinating and incredible that you've managed to accomplish that, where so many people, where they do tell you, with your creative career, start very young and then there's a point where it's too late. And the fact that you just completely busted that whole paradigm is incredible. And
Mm.
so you knew that you had also, this desire to share more of your story and to inspire others to pursue their dreams. And there was a little stickiness, I think, around maybe it was putting yourself out there in a bigger way. Or tell me a little bit more about, let's share with everyone where you were challenged a little bit with your visibility.
Do you know what? I kind of always saw the I was afraid of what they thought of me. And the they is just like so not real. It wasn't like I was afraid of what my friends and my family were thinking about what I was doing and saying. It was this mythical they. And as soon as I kind of brushed that to the side, and realized that it doesn't matter. It's that isn't pertinent to my mission. It's not going to get in the way of what I want to say and what I want to do.
That's
Mm.
powerful. Yeah. Fear of judgment is one that I hear all the time. And sometimes it is fear of what a family or friends are going to say. And then other times it is, as you said, fear of that sort of mystical audience out there, whoever they are, being concerned that you're going to say something wrong or offend people or do it, in the wrong way, or somebody could
Yeah.
do it better. Like there are all of these like stories that we tell ourselves. And so what I find often is that just by the mere commitment of taking action, that transmutes a lot of that. So I know for you, that was a big step, was saying, yes, I'm going to dive in on all in on the visibility journey. You committed to it and started, over the next couple months, having massive shifts and also breaking through some of your own subconscious beliefs. So can you talk a little bit about that process of stepping in, committing, taking action, and how that unraveled for you?
So I think the being committed. When I joined with you, as you know, I was very resistant. I felt as though I was kind of like stuck in mud or treacle. I couldn't move. I would open up your beautiful pillars and just go look at them and go, and I think it was through realizing, I've paid for this, and I want to make the most of my time here. And because usually when I join something, I'm so gung-ho. So I really felt like this was like almost like one of the last, I'm sure there's going to be so many more things that I'm going to be learning in my life, but it was like such a big opening of the curtains. And once I opened the curtains and I saw on the other side, this is actually quite exciting and fun. And this is, the whole process as well of creating your statement and creating your bio. I found a lot of joy in it, which I didn't realize that I would have. So the joy kind of propelled me forward. And it's fun. And also, Jennifer, Jennifer Norton, I think, is an incredible energy worker. And she really helped me clear out some stuff that was even beyond subconscious. It was kind of like, if you're a woo-woo person, you'll understand, but really kind of pulling out some stuff that I didn't even realize was there.
Yeah. And that's such a big part of the journey, is the inner game, right? And that's why we have that support for you all in the what I call the high vibe vortex. Is, my background also is an energy healer. So to me, that was very important that we have coaches in there that are supporting all of you on that journey. because it is an inside out game. It's first having to get into alignment, which you did. And that involves usually clearing some things that no longer serve us, some things from the old paradigm. And so we want to be anchoring in that new paradigm, the frequency, the energy of the new vision, and then taking strategy and action from there, which is exactly what you did. And I think we were saying at one point too, we just saw such a shift even in your face, like there was more light and happiness and a glow. And sometimes when we shed those old things that are no longer serving us, like it really takes us into a whole new trajectory. So yeah, that was really incredible to see you go through that and continue to just put yourself out there. I believe you've been getting yourself interviews, and obviously you're here today speaking publicly, very comfortably, I might add. Would you have anything to say to anyone out there who might be thinking like, I really want more visibility, but I have some doubts or, limiting beliefs or thoughts or fears coming up around that?
I'm going to just take this Post-it, and I think you might have actually said this, and then I wrote it down and put it on my computer. And it says, "Passion for my mission, my passion for my mission overrides my fear of being seen." I don't know if it was you; it might have been you, but I seem to remember
that
you
sounds
saying
like me.
Yeah, and this has been, and I think it would serve everyone in your community, because when you have a passion for something, and when that passion is so strong inside of you, it will literally kind of wipe the slate clean, and you can just go, yep, here I am, and I'm not afraid to show up. I'm not afraid to be seen, and if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, such a powerful message. Yeah, that's truly, because there's always going to be something coming up that challenges us, that feels uncomfortable, that stretches our edges, right? We have to push up against those edges and move through them. So it's like a muscle, and the more you practice it, the more you do it, the easier it gets. It doesn't mean that things are never going to come up again, but it's knowing and having the tools on how to move through them. So really anchoring in those frequencies of the new paradigm for yourself and your own customized journey. And as you said, it will transmute all those other things that have been blocking or stopping you or challenging you. And you just did it with such grace and ease, and you're a shining example to show everyone, like, if you can do it, they can do it, right? I feel the same way. I'm like, if I can do it, they can do it. I use all of these skills for my own life and business as well. And could you share a little bit about what else is coming up for you in the near future?
I've got a movie coming out on Netflix called The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight. I star alongside Haley Lou Richardson, who was just recently seen in The White Lotus. And that's about all I can say for now about that, but I'm very excited about that. I've also just done narrated a documentary, which is coming out soon. It's called 50 Miles from Nowhere. So I just keep on doing my thing. I'm also working on my second feature film. It's we're developing the script and the beginning stages of looking for finance and an executive producer. So anybody out there? So very busy, but happily busy, and happily ready to share my life with the world.
Yeah. So through your acting, through your production company, where you're focusing on stories, I think you said largely about women that are going through those pivots, maybe later in life, is a passion of the types of projects you're doing. What are a couple of those projects that you have or that are coming up?
We're working on a film called Jodie, which is about a woman who is in a pivotal moment in her life. She's a midlife woman who experiences early menopause, and how that affects her family and her wife and her daughter and her relationships, and most importantly, herself. So that's what we're working on right now. We really set up our production company to elevate stories about women and other marginalized communities. And yeah, that's kind of our mission. That's our mission. Yeah.
I love it. Well, you all heard it here from Andromeda. It's never too late to pivot and pursue your dreams. You're a walking example of that. You can connect with her on Instagram or check her out on IMDb. If you are feeling inspired by her story today, feel free to also book in for a PR consultation, a chat with me to talk about your own visibility journey to see how we can get you shifting into a whole new trajectory this year. So Andromeda, thank you again so much for coming out. We'll definitely see you in the community and keep us posted with all of your big wins as they happen.
I will do. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Bye.